Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I understand, I do. I get it, no. Listen, I know you don't want your child listening to my music. I understand, no. I get it, trust me. You're protecting him. Yeah. No, I see.
We wonder why our society's youth is so fucked. You know why? Cause we're all a bunch of ignorant punks. Censorship is the demise of a country. In times like this, when shit gets ugly, when you shelter the youth and keep away everything bad, it's a whole new world when they're grown up, and that is enough to make them want to try new things, a drug they've never heard of cause their life's too sweet. Put a child in a world where nothing is bad, there's not drugs or conflict, every kid gets a mom and a dad, anarchy isn't existent, you've never heard a cuss word, think an animal flies in circles when someone flips the bird. Sex isn't something we talk about, it's only for mommy and daddy. We don't want our kids to know about all the dirty shit that happens. Pot is just an addition to a pan, and crack is a brick in the ground, not really anything bad. War is a card game and everybody is sane. You should always be smiling because the worst pain you could feel is physical injury. Let's not talk about withdrawals or the things that people might say to me. The heartache I could feel after a breakup, the hurt and betrayal of that friend who left you when you got stood up. How about how you feel when you ride or die? Fucks the girl that you like and your stomach is a brick but you don't want to cry. Don't hide shit and try and keep it a secret, or when they're older all they're gonna do is try and seek it. It's like a whole other world, a new adventure to explore. They didn't know it existed until they walked out of the door. How's it gonna feel if I smoke this? Is it gonna be cool if I say fuck pigs and fuck this and that shit? Wonder what it's gonna do if I pop this. What if I inject this? Or what if my erection is inside someone? Look them right in the eyes. Is this what sex is supposed to feel like? I just met this girl, I've got syphilis from this whore. Not to mention I'm addicted to nicotine and Adderall and dopamine. That's not all, I'm not gonna go into it. For some reason our society tries to keep children away from all the pain, all the pleasure, all the disdain and the shame. This is our world today. You say you're protecting their innocence, you're destroying their future. They need to know the real world before they're broken and can't be censored. How do you expect any sort of drastic change to not affect the generation of today? How are we supposed to be sane with her? So much for us to explore and discover. So much we didn't know we could be doing under the covers. Who knew what you could do with a light bulb and a lighter, or a can and some herb and a good source of fire? Who knew there were so many different words you could say, so many acid kicks and so many different forms of pain? All this overwhelming stress that society likes to place on the next generation of adults who are still treated like babies. Don't expect us to man up and own our responsibilities, and we're treated like kids every time we try to say or do something. It isn't all our fault, this is the way we were raised. With censorship this strong, the ignorance will stay. Children's movie channels only, and non-explicit music. No, fuck that, I want every single kid to hear this. Sex is passed around like it's nothing. You can say fuck whenever you like, or dumb cunt, or stupid bitch, or say shit, an asshole. Look at that girl's tits. People's bodies are vitalized, and sex is a common thing. Your mom's probably wearing a G-string. People get STDs and die, get bumps on their dick or on their pussy when they fuck their own guy. Babies are aborted when people fuck up getting fucked. Rape happens, people are forced into situations. People fight each other, spouses beat each other in relations. People do drugs too, we smoke weed, we drink booze. Heroin is shot up, people smoke and fuck for smokes and cigarettes and tokes. Pop prescription pills for the effects they feel. Snort cocaine up their nose. Meth is everywhere nowadays. Acid, Molly and ecstasy, LSD, psilocybin, mushrooms are also a tendency. People go to parties and rave and go crazy, or stay alone taking their drugs and trying to cope with the cruel reality that is our world today. I'm not ashamed to say, shit happens in this world. You can't just stop and try and play it off, because it happens and you gotta believe it. I ain't doing any deceiving, I'm just being real with the youth is sheltered. How they're supposed to endure when they never get a glimpse of the real world. Till they're forced into it head first, they start to thirst for all the kinds of things, and their curiosity gets the best of them in the end, and very few make it through. See, do you see what I'm saying? Are you getting the message? I hope so, because I want this understood throughout the nation. Censorship isn't protection, it's a lack of preparation. The world isn't pretty, that's the reality of these places. You need to see it and understand what you're facing before you can make it in the world. Finally pick up and go places. I'm out.